Shalom, this is New Yes from Israel at Hebrew on Island 2. Today's video is Genesis 11 highlights in Torah reading. Listen, be excited about hearing the words of the Most High. You know, I feel we're in the season, I don't know when, but there's going to be a famine of food, but there's going to be a famine of the word. Enjoy the Most High's words. If you're busy to read, turn my video on. Listen to it on YouTube, in the car while you're driving, before you go to sleep. This is our law and history book. It was given to us. It's a precious gift, higher than any gift, anything upon the earth. Soak it up. You know, a lot of YouTubers, you know, they don't go chapter by chapter. That's what I want to do. I'm not going to say not every one of them, but the majority of them don't. They just give topics. I like to give topics more than anything, but, you know, it's important for us to get and read and know our law. Okay, Genesis 11, let's start. This is the highlights. This is my highlights. You know, I read it first. I read it a bunch of times before, but I read it, take quick notes, and then I do the actual reading. Genesis 11. This is the Tower of Babel, a depiction of it. Okay. These are my highlights. The whole earth had one language. This all occurred in the land of Shinar. The people planned to make a city and a tower that may reach the heavens. That was when the Most High came down to see. Even though he could see everything, it's just descriptive. The people, he surmised the people are one and nothing will be restrained from them which they imagined to do. So what the Most High did, he confounded their language. The Most High then scattered them abroad upon the earth. It's called Babel because he confounded the language. Babel, language, confounded. Also in chapter 11, it starts the descendants of Shem. It starts in, like, you know, you have it earlier too, but in Genesis 11, then you go from the Tower of Babel to the descendants of Shem. The generations, and after Shem, it's now the generation of Torah. Terah begot Abram, who you know as Abraham. Terah begot Abram and Nabor and Haran. So those are all brothers. Abram, Nabor, and Haran. And Haran begot Lot in the Chaldees. They took wives, and you know Abram took Sarai, and you know Sarai was barren. And then towards the end of Genesis 11, Terah took Abram, his son, Lot, the son of his son Haran, took Sarai, and left Ur of the Chaldees to go into Canaan, the land of Canaan. Okay, we're going to do the actual Genesis 11 reading and call it a day. Bereshith, chapter 11, the Tower of Babel. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose tops may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Most High came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men built. And the Most High Yahweh said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Most High Yahweh scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build a city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Most High Yahweh did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Most High Howard scatter them abroad upon the face of the earth. Okay, this is Genesis chapter 11. We're in verse 10. It starts the descendants of Shem. These are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begot Arphaxad 2 years after the flood, and Shem lived after he begot Arphaxad 500 years and begot sons and daughters. And Arphaxad lived 530 years and begot Selah. And Arphaxad lived after he begot Selah 433 years and begot sons and daughters. And Selah lived 30 years and begot Eber. And Selah lived after he begot Eber 403 years and begot the sons and daughters. And Eber lived 430 years and begot Peleg. And Eber lived after he begot Peleg 430 years and begot sons and daughters. And Peleg lived 30 years and begot Reu. R-E-U. And Peleg lived after he begot Reu 209 years and begot sons and daughters. And Reu lived 230 years and begot Serug. And Reu lived after he begot Serug 270 years and begot sons and daughters. And Serug lived 30 years and begot Nahor. And Serug lived after he begot Nahor 200 years and begot sons and daughters. And Nahor lived 920 years and begot Terah. And Nahor lived after he begot Terah 119 years and begot sons and daughters. And Terah lived 70 years and begot Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Now these are the generations of Torah. Torah begot Abram, who, as we know, Abraham, Nahor, and Haran. And Haran begot Lot. And Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his nativity in Ur of the Chaldees. So one of Abraham's brothers died. His name was Haran. And Haran had his son called Lot. You know the story with Lot. Verse 29 of Genesis chapter 11. And Abram and Nahor took them wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife Milcah. And the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah and the father of I.S.U.P.K. But Sarah was barren, she had no child. And Terah took Abram his son, and Lot the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai his daughter-in-law, his son's Abram's wife, and they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan, and they came unto Haran and dwelt there. And the days of Terah were 205 years. Terah died in Haran. That is Genesis chapter 11. Hopefully it was edifying. This is a new Yeshurun Israel. Until next time, I'll see you again. Again, I want to tell you, I have some scoffers and, nitpickers. You're using Yiddish and so forth and all that other stuff. Saying shalom, shalom, etc., etc. Listen, I know that the modern Hebrew is not the Paleo or the ancient Hebrew. But what we have is what we have to what we use. Try to reduce. So I am trying to reduce. Like my name is Anu Yeshurun Israel. Anu is how you sound it in the modern Hebrew, because I don't know how to pronounce it in the ancient biblical. But the Most High knows my thought and my heart in the matter of names, because names is important. My name Anu in the modern Hebrew means meek. Yeshurun means the upright. So the meek and upright of Israel. That's my name. The Most High can decode all that stuff. He knows my intention. But I will try to reduce as much as the modern Yiddish and Hebrew, whatever, as possible. So until next time, have a nice day.